speaking of another part of the culture, Turkish gold is a very large representation in the PUi rituals. You require your guests to wear black and gold. What is the symbolism of black and gold, and what does it mean to you?
There ain't no fucking symbolism. Shit looks hot. Now I feel like gold. That's a visual aspect, of course, of our show. The color gold, we have sort of branded ourselves with the colors black and gold to really create, again, this world, this story that people can get attached to, and these things need permanent factors. It's just like, you have Coca-Cola. It's when you see red, you say, oh, that's the Coca-Cola red. You see the blue, or you say that's the Citibank.
We don't require anyone to wear black and gold. It's just something that we've been doing, and then people have taken to it, and it's taken off on its own.
It's about creating a culture. When you start to do something, and I realize when you start to do something in a really strong way and you believe in it so blindly that you kind of almost put a flair to it, you almost seem glorious while you're doing it. And this could be literally, believe me, anything. You could be carrying around a microphone without a cable, and you just paint your microphone pink. And you just have this thing in your hand, you love it without shame, you're just always with it. You know what they're gonna call you? They're gonna call you, oh, that's the pink mic Kim. And you go hang out with some singer, you make some friends, oh yeah, let's all get pink mic, and it becomes a thing. People just have to see someone doing it passionately. It's contagious.
That's true. That's very true. And it's like a very smart way to market yourself, because now, like, how local bands, you have to worry about drawing crowds just to get on the show. You guys do it every time just because the namesake PUi is playing this venue, so you draw this many people, and it's like a real concert, and it's really like electric, the experience.
It's authentic.
It is authentic. You guys obviously used it, and Kickstarter, it has its haters. Tell us, what do you think of it as a medium for musicians, especially the ones who think that it's like a way to cheat into success?
Kickstarter is awesome.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Kickstarter, there would be so many things that wouldn't get created. We live in a world where things are so fragmented, and there isn't really a mainstream push for anything now. So it really just comes down to community and reaching out, and for those who want to support and be a part of it, anything can really happen.
I think, social media is obviously borderless. And we have a social media voice. So when people see that happening online, they naturally get attracted to it. They don't have to be physically around it to be exposed to it, or to kind of catch on to it. So that's what happened. And yeah, we have people that fly from different parts of the world for PUi rituals, and now have become an integral part of what we call our tribe of people who have the PUi tribe tattoo, which is the crescent moon. And they have all become brothers and sisters with each other, and it's a great thing for me, because when we first started, it's a growing phase for us too. When we first started, honestly, before I even had a band, I used to just say, I just want to be famous. It was that shallow. Seriously, it was shallow. It had no meaning. I really started to appreciate things as I realized how hard they were, because the more I had to try, the more of a real person that made me, from the original, oh yeah, I just want to be famous kind of a little shithead, to no, like I'm doing something this actually means something. It's so hard now that I've done it, I feel like now there's effort gone into it, and you see when people get the tattoos and stuff like that, that's when the idea of a tribe started forming, and that's when my interests in culture and the history started coming in. I'm like, why? Wait a second, this is how tribes forms. It's like passionate, someone trying, there's an idea, other people get attracted to it. I started studying it. So like I became the person I am, not before PUi. Trying to make PUi happen made me the person I am. So it's very special for me to see that kind of reach and that keeps making me a new person, you know?
So you built with experience.
So it's like it builds with experience, and I think that's the most meaningful way, because I always thought it was stupid to see, you see like teenage singers sing about love, sing about Baby I Can. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Baby I Can? How many times have you fucked a woman? How many times have you dumped a woman? How many times have you walked in and your woman cheating? Shut the fuck up. Someone wrote the song for you, and you're singing this shit. So it made sense to me in that kind of way. I didn't feel weird that I wasn't the person I was building it. It did make sense, Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm becoming with it. So, the international, the local, the everything, it's happening. And when we inspire them, when they do that, they inspire us, me. We become different people when we see that they do that. We make different things.
And then your band's influence, it has like impacted a lot of people, and particularly the LGBT community. You have like a lot of LGBT metalheads as fans. How do you feel that your music has impacted that community?
Well, or you can answer that question.
As a pre-op female, no, I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that we impacted the LGBT community. If we do in a positive way, I think that's awesome. But it wasn't something intentional. I think it's something that just might have happened. I don't think we were particularly reaching out to anyone. It's more, it's a universal message. So if they were able to take something from that and make it positive, then all the power to them. I think it's a nice thing.
Yeah, I think what he said, it's about the universal reach of what we're saying, or our attitude even, because we clearly are aiming for extreme expression. That's what we're doing, we're expressionists. That's the best way to explain it, because what you're doing with your music is extreme. You're just letting it all out. It's like, I have all these things in me, I have history in me, I have Asian turns, out, not inside out, And you do the same with the events. You're like, I want craziness. No, like you think you go to events like they're tame. I don't like them crazy, but I want them to be respectful. But there should be a community. There should be a crazy community, but respectful. Like, how do we do that? It's like, it's the idea, and it's not really. You don't see people or faces behind it. It could be anyone doing it. It's just about the idea, as long as it happens, and the way we act kind of represents that too. So, if a transgender person or if a gay guy or a lesbian girl happens to be that way, that's exactly who we want. That's exactly the person we want. So we cherish that. If we see that in someone, we let them know also with our attitude. So if a person feels like, oh wait, I'm welcome here, and like, not only am I welcome, I'm appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm utilized. I can add. And when people can add onto something, what people get is a sense of ownership. And that's really important, because when they get a sense of ownership, they started to market it themselves organically as a part of what they are. Hey, you come to this thing I'm a part of, not come to this thing that this band is doing. And that also has a huge success translation with the big events that you're talking about.
That's beautiful, and I feel like every time I go to a pre-show and I see every type of person there, they just feel like as one. They feel the oneness, and they like love the message of the music, and they're just there to like enjoy the experience. It's very beautiful.
I want you lying there.